Every morning is a chance to begin again. But how often do we truly embrace it? Life can feel overwhelming. Challenges pile up. Energy fades, and peace seems out of reach. But there's something powerful waiting for you today. Something that can restore your soul, give you strength, and bring calm to your heart. Imagine starting your day with a deep sense of peace, no matter what lies ahead. This prayer is a gentle reminder that you don't have to face today's battles alone. Stay with me, and let's step into this moment together, inviting God's grace to renew and strengthen you right now. Starting your day with prayer is not just a ritual, it's a powerful way to invite God into your life and let His grace guide you. Restorative grace is God's gift that heals what's broken inside us, fills the gaps we cannot mend, and gives us strength to face what we thought we couldn't. It's a reminder that we don't have to rely on our own abilities to get through the day, no matter how tired, uncertain, or defeated you may feel. God's strength is always available to lift you up. This prayer is meant to help you align your heart with His, to receive His peace, and to feel His power working within you. When you start your day seeking His grace, something shifts. You begin to see your challenges differently. They're no longer obstacles, but opportunities to grow stronger through Him. This isn't just about finding comfort. It's about stepping into the day with boldness, knowing that God's grace is enough for whatever comes your way. Through this prayer, you'll be reminded that His strength is made perfect in your weakness, and that His love is the foundation that keeps you steady. Take a moment to truly believe that today can be different. Let this prayer connect you to the unlimited source of strength and renewal that only God can provide. With each word, let your heart open to the possibility of a day filled with grace, peace, and purpose. Trust that God is ready to meet you where you are, offering His restorative power to carry you forward. This is your time to lean into His presence and receive what He's already prepared for you. Before we begin the prayer, it's important to quiet your mind and prepare your heart. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to carry stress, worry, and distractions into every moment. But right now, take a deep breath. Let the noise of the world fade for a little while and allow yourself to be fully present. This time is sacred. It's your chance to connect with God, to step away from the burdens you've been carrying, and to invite Him into your day with an open heart. Preparation doesn't have to be complicated. All it takes is a willingness to pause and focus. Imagine releasing every worry and every thought that pulls you away from peace. Let your shoulders relax, let your breathing steady, and let your heart soften. This moment isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about simply showing up. God doesn't ask for perfection. He only asks for a heart that seeks Him. As you prepare, think about what you need today. Maybe it's peace, maybe it's strength, or maybe it's clarity in a situation that's weighing on your mind. Whatever it is, know that God already understands. This preparation isn't about explaining yourself to Him. It's about getting your heart in a place where you can receive His grace and love. Take this time to tune out the distractions around you and tune into the presence of God. Allow yourself to feel His nearness. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just be willing to step into His presence with trust, knowing that He will meet you right where you are. Let your heart be ready to receive the peace and strength He is so eager to give. Take a moment now to recognize that God is with you. His presence isn't far away. It surrounds you, fills this moment, and is closer than your own breath. Sometimes, life can make us feel isolated, as if we're carrying the weight of the world alone. But the truth is, God has never left your side. From the first moment of your life until now, His love has been constant, His mercy unending, and His power unmatched. As you pause, remind yourself that you are standing in the presence of the Creator of the universe, the one who knows every detail of your life and loves you completely. His presence is not based on your circumstances or your feelings. It is based on His promise to always be with you. Whether you're in a season of joy or a season of struggle, He is there, offering peace, strength, and guidance. Acknowledging God's presence is not about trying to feel something extraordinary. It's about trusting that He is here, even if you don't see Him with your eyes or hear Him with your ears. His Spirit is at work within you, comforting, encouraging, and reminding you that you are never alone. Let this truth settle into your heart. God is near. He sees every tear, hears every prayer, and understands every unspoken word. He is here, ready to walk with you through this day, to carry what feels too heavy, and to pour His love into every corner of your soul. In this moment, open your heart fully to Him. Let Him draw close and rest in the peace of knowing that His presence is enough for whatever you face today. Before we ask God for anything, let's take a moment to thank Him for all that He has already given. Gratitude is a powerful act of faith. It shifts our focus from what's missing to what we already have, reminding us of God's goodness and faithfulness in every season of life. No matter what today may hold, there is always something to be thankful for. Thank God for the gift of this new day, a fresh start filled with endless possibilities. Thank Him for the breath in your lungs, for the strength to rise, and for the hope that comes with the morning. Even in the challenges, there are blessings to be found. Perhaps it's the love of a friend or family member, the beauty of creation around you, or the simple fact that you are here, with the opportunity to grow closer to Him. Gratitude isn't just about the big things. It's also about the small, everyday moments that reflect God's care. Think about the times He has provided for you, guided you, or given you peace when you needed it most. Remember the moments when you felt His presence in ways that words couldn't describe. As you give thanks, let it come from a place of genuine humility and love. Gratitude is not just about acknowledging what God has done. It's about trusting that He is continually working in your life, even when you can't see it. Let your heart overflow with thankfulness, knowing that every good thing you have comes from His hand. In this spirit of gratitude, you prepare yourself to receive even more of His grace and strength for the day ahead. Thank Him now and rest in the assurance of His unfailing love. As we come before God, let's take a moment to be honest with Him about our struggles, shortcomings, and weaknesses. None of us are perfect, and God doesn't expect us to be. What He desires is a heart willing to admit its need for Him. Confession is not about guilt or shame. It's about letting go of the burdens we were never meant to carry and opening ourselves to His healing grace. Think about the areas in your life where you've fallen short. Maybe it's a harsh word you regret, a mistake you've made, or even a lack of trust in God's plan. Bring those things to Him now. He already knows everything about you, yet He loves you without conditions. When you confess, you're not telling Him something He doesn't know. You're giving Him the opportunity to cleanse your heart and make you whole again. Confession is also a step of faith. It's saying, God, I trust you with my weaknesses. I trust that your grace is enough for me. In this moment, ask Him to forgive you, to wash away anything that separates you from His presence. His word promises that when we confess, He is faithful to forgive and purify us. As you seek His grace, remember that it's a gift, something you don't have to earn. His grace restores, renews, and strengthens you. It's His way of reminding you that you are His child, deeply loved and fully accepted. Let go of any feelings of unworthiness and trust that His forgiveness is complete. With a heart made clean and open, you are ready to receive all the blessings and strength He has prepared for you today. Now, let's come before God and ask Him for the strength we need to face this day. Life often feels heavy, and some days it may seem like the weight is too much to bear, but God promises to be our source of strength, especially when we feel weak. He knows what lies ahead and has already prepared the grace and power we need to overcome every challenge. Ask Him for physical strength to carry out your responsibilities and duties, whether at work, at home, or wherever life takes you. Pray for emotional strength to handle stress, face uncertainty, and respond to others with patience and kindness. Most importantly, seek spiritual strength, the kind that comes from knowing that God is with you no matter what. As you pray, remind yourself that you're not alone. God's strength is limitless, and it's made perfect in our weakness. He isn't asking you to do everything on your own. Instead, He invites you to lean on Him, to trust Him with what feels overwhelming. His power is like an anchor, steady and unshakable, keeping you grounded even in the strongest storms. Let this be your prayer. God, I can't do this day without you. I surrender my worries, my fears, and my weaknesses to you. Fill me with your strength, so I can face today with courage and confidence. Guide my steps, renew my energy, and give me peace in knowing that you are in control. As you lift this prayer, believe that God hears you. His strength will flow into every area of your life, empowering you to rise above challenges and walk boldly into the day ahead. Trust in Him and let His strength carry you. As you move forward in this prayer, let's take a moment to focus on the unshakable promises of God. His word is filled with assurances of His love, His faithfulness, and His power to sustain us. These promises are not just words, they are truths that you can build your life on, especially when you feel uncertain or overwhelmed. God has promised to never leave you or forsake you. No matter where you are or what you're going through, He is with you. He has promised to give you strength when you are weak, to lift you when you fall, and to guide you when you feel lost. These aren't just comforting ideas. They are guarantees from the Creator of the universe, made to you personally. Take a moment to remind yourself of these truths, that God's grace is sufficient for every need, that His power is made perfect in your weakness, and that His love is unchanging and eternal. When the world feels chaotic, His promises are the anchor that keeps you steady. When fear tries to take hold, His words remind you that you are safe in His care. Speak these promises over your life. Declare that today you will walk in God's strength and grace. Trust that His plans for you are good and that He is working all things together for your benefit. Let these truths settle deeply in your heart, giving you the confidence to face whatever lies ahead. When you affirm His promises, you align your heart and mind with His truth. His words will guide you, strengthen you, and remind you that you are never alone. Rest in the certainty that God's promises are for you, and they will carry you through this day and every day to come. As we bring this prayer to a close, take a moment to rest in the peace of knowing that God has heard every word and every unspoken need in your heart. Prayer is not about saying all the right things. It's about opening your heart to God and trusting Him with your life. Trust that in this moment, His grace is already at work within you, renewing your spirit and preparing you for the day ahead. Thank God for His presence, for the strength He's given you, and for the peace that comes from knowing you are deeply loved. Surrender any remaining worries or fears into His hands. You don't have to carry them alone anymore. Let Him take them, and trust that He will replace them with His perfect peace and joy. Before you end this time of prayer, make a commitment to carry this sense of connection with you throughout your day. Remember, prayer doesn't end when you say Amen. God is with you in every moment, in your work, your conversations, your challenges, and your joys. His Spirit will guide you, His strength will sustain you, and His love will surround you. So, as you step into today, walk with confidence, knowing that God is by your side. Let His grace empower you, His promises encourage you, and His presence fill you with peace. Trust that whatever comes your way, He has already gone before you, making a way and providing everything you need. Take one last deep breath and release it slowly. Let this be your declaration. I am ready for this day, not because of my own strength, but because of God's strength within me. Amen. Remember that this moment of prayer is just the beginning. God doesn't leave when the prayer ends. He walks with you, stays beside you, and is always ready to listen whenever you call on Him. Staying connected to God throughout your day is what allows His peace and strength to flow continuously in your life. And it's not about long, formal prayers. It's about staying aware of His presence in every moment. Whenever you feel overwhelmed or unsure, pause for a moment and breathe. Whisper a simple prayer. God, I need you. When things go well, take a moment to thank Him for His blessings. When challenges arise, lean on Him and trust that His grace will carry you through. These small acts of connection remind you that God is not distant. He's as close as your next thought or your next breath. Let today be a day where you actively seek His guidance in all you do. Whether it's a decision you need to make, a conversation you need to have, or simply the strength to keep going, invite God into every part of your day. The more you stay connected to Him, the more you'll notice His hand at work in your life. Finally, share this experience with others who may need encouragement. God's grace is abundant, and there's always enough to share. Invite someone to join you in prayer, or remind them that they're not alone in their struggles. Together, we strengthen one another and grow in faith. Carry this prayer in your heart as you move forward, knowing that God's restorative grace and strength are with you. Stay connected to Him and let His love guide you in every step you take today.